Hi everyone, and back to our series of interviews. And today we have Hilary, Head of Learning for STEM. I'm really excited to interview you today because I haven't spoken to you at all actually. Alright, so I start off with a really simple question. How long have you been in the FE sector for?
This is my 9th year now. Yeah. So I started as a forensic scientist and then I just went into lecturing at Warrington and Vale Royal College about 9 years ago, and I did my teaching qual there. I was there for about 4 years, and then I moved to Newcastle and Stafford College Group as a curriculum leader, and did about 4.5 years there, and then I've been here for about 3 months as a head of STEM.
So new here.
Yeah.
That's really exciting actually. Could you talk a bit about the whole kind of science STEM subject area? How has it changed in general since the moment you started?
So science is changing all the time anyway. It's constant developments. That's also true in like all of my areas. So in like motor vehicle, we've got all the new electric vehicles. In engineering, it's just new technology all the time. We've got all the robotics stuff, which is really cool. So it's just changing constantly. But I think from an education point of view, when I started, we very much just taught the qualification. It was all about delivering that qualification and doing like to the letter and following all the criteria. Whereas now it's much broader. It's like we teach how you're gonna be a good scientist or a good engineer. It's all the skills that come around it as well. So it's not just about that qualification, it's all of the other stuff that make you a scientist or a good electrician or engineer, etc. So it's much broader. It's all about making sure that our learners are going to be ready for going on to university or into employment.
It's amazing, all the robotics. I've seen the Boston Dynamics robot dog in the Burslem campus recently. Didn't know we had that.
It's really cool. That was when we did the opening of the construction hub, so I really want to get them in again now because I think it's really cool. And
it is.
Yeah.
It's such a unique thing. Not many places have it, so
I'm
proud that we do.
Yeah, and that's what's really cool about my area is that all of that stuff is so current, and that's what any of our learners can go on to be working and developing all that new stuff as well.
It is amazing.
It's really exciting.
Yeah. What were the biggest challenges you faced while being in further education?
I think a lack of funding has been a really big one. I think FE is underfunded compared to some areas of education, so that's always been quite a big issue. And then trying to get the right people with the right skill set to come and work in FE as well. So we want people who are like qualified in their industry, and then getting them to come in and deliver to staff as well. And it's great when it happens, but sometimes that can be a bit of a challenge as well. And I think sometimes it's just carrying on promoting that women in STEM as well. I think it's always really important to carry on doing that.
I think promoting young girls to be in STEM is one of the biggest challenges. Sometimes it's you get told that you shouldn't be doing that.
Absolutely, and that's something I'm really passionate about, is that we've got to carry on doing it, because as soon as we stop, we start to fall backwards, and we can do whatever we want, but we've got to carry on promoting that and encouraging girls through from primary school to go, no, if you want to go and work in robotics, if you want to go and work in a garage, you can do whatever you want to do. But I think what's also really important is that they see strong females in those roles as well, to have the role models and go, no, we can't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Role models are really, really important, and I'm glad we're having more and more each year.
Yeah.
And what were the things that you enjoyed the most about your journey in FE and STEM?
I think for me, it's when you see the students you've taught go on to get that place they want at university, or when they come back in to see you and they're telling you all the really cool stuff that they're doing, and that is the best bit ever, when you go, that's why we did it, because you've made a difference to what people go on to do with their career.
It is always nice to come back to your teacher and tell them what you did.
Yeah, from our point of view, that's the best bit. Yeah.
Continuing on the changes in education, how has the education sector itself changed since maybe your own education, to the point how you see it now from a teacher perspective?
I think when I was at school, it was very much the teacher was at the front and they taught you, whereas now we try and immerse our students in their own learning a lot more, and they're much more involved, and the learning is much more dynamic rather than a teacher standing and telling you what to do and then practicing it. It's much more involved now, and the learners have more ownership on their learning. More practical based as well now. I went to a school where it was very much you did your GCSEs and then your A-levels, whereas now obviously there's a much wider vocational range of courses that are accessible as well now.
And if you could give one piece of advice for your younger self, what would that be?
I think it would probably be not to worry what other people think, and just to go with your gut and do what makes you happy, and it doesn't matter if somebody else says you shouldn't do it. If that's what you want to do it.
It's amazing. That kind of continues the idea of then you want to promote it as well to younger girls, which is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If they want to do it, they should go for it.
They should.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they should.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right.